Leave, Good, yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out. Yeah, that makes sense. For a second, I thought my audio was echoing, but I forgot I had the YouTube stream up. We have two, and one of them was me, so only two. Or one. Probably. Hey, Samurai.
Crack anything juicy yet?
No. He hasn't even opened anything yet.
Oh, I'm
Live
so excited.
casting. Fair enough. Doesn't
I
matter
can put
to
a
me.
camera on. In a minute. We're just gonna chill, crack packs, talk about meta.
Damn.
What's the dam for?
I don't know.
For holding back water, J Dog. There you go.
Very true. Very true.
I've always been a big fan of Winds of Abandon.
Especially in
since-
CDH.
Yep. How many basics you got? I have none, J Dog. You're well aware of this. Well, just imagine
my
if you had like 3, you could have had 3.
True.
I feel like with the high density of creatures we're getting, we definitely need be running more board wipes.
We definitely do.
Right. You gotta fight for your right to party, man.
But why?
You gotta fight for your right.
Right to party. Makes sense. Damn it.
Let me just check out my beautiful mug.
And do you have a more direct version way for us to see your packs?
Whoops.
Okay, doing it on the Twitch.
Follow on the Twitch. Yeah, definitely.
Mute. There we go.
Giddy.
Hey, hello out there, everybody. Welcome to Chaos Live. I'm Hurt. I'm joined today by Samurai Dancer Rules and our own judge, J-Dog. They're going to be working with us, and we're going to be evaluating some packs as we crack them. We're going to be talking about all things CDH, EDH, maybe other stuff. Whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat, we're here. We're kind of just hanging out doing this, seeing how this goes. Guys, how's your day going? Excellent. Hey, Josh, how's it going, buddy? Got Josh in the chat. Old one mana floating. Shout out to him. He's one of our partnered artists, or partnered content creators, rather. Samurai has his kitty cat. Samurai, are you talking? Did you mute? What's going on? I can't hear you. All right. Good. I'm not the problem this time. Feels good. We did just hear you before. There we are. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Nice. Very good. Welcome to my team. A new deck. What are we on? Okay. Okay. Into Broodlord, or what's he trying to flip into? Broodlord. Professor Onyx. What year of CEDH are you stuck in, buddy? You can't hear anything. Well, turn up your speakers, Cowboy Bob. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Josh, can you hear? We can hear you, but Sammy. That doesn't... Yes? Who can hear Samurai Dancer when he speaks? He's the one. He's that one. I was going to say he's the bald one, but that doesn't help. What the fuck? Oh, guy, I hope you guys can hear this because this is hilarious. This is one of the best things I've heard. So Samurai's audio is currently coming through. Geez, I hope this doesn't date me. He sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Can't hear Samurai, just Hurt. Can you guys hear J-Dog? He's also speaking. No, they can't hear J-Dog. God damn it. No, it's give me a second. I think I know exactly what's up. Why will it only show me that? All right. So, what's going on is that I tried the beta testing for one of the audio sources. That's clearly not working. So, hang around, chat. I'm going to add the regular way to do it. I thought I was being slick. I was not very slick. There's Discord. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and bring you all the way down so no one sees you. All right, J-Dog, give me a test real quick. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear J-Dog? Did you hear him just say test 1, 2? No. Solid. This is going great. Thank you guys for tuning in. You see that we put on a professional show here. The dog isn't barking. Oh, he's barking. Bro, you can tell that Bob is new to the team. He's kissing our ass a little bit. Best stream 10 of 10. You guys just heard J-Dog, didn't you? Maybe a little bit of background music too. Negative Ghost, right? Out fucking standing. What if I turn it way up? J-Dog, give me a test. I'm absolutely sending that audio, so. The loudest nothing I've ever heard. Y'all don't mess with me. Damn it. We can't hear anyone but me. Y'all suck. Fix your speakers. Bunch of scrubs. Are you using OBS? I'm using OBS for my virtual camera and Streamlabs as well. Slobs. I'm outputting my mic and I'm outputting stream sound, which is my desktop audio. So just because I never do this with a mic? I am in stream mode, so it should. Smack your desk. We can't hear that either. Shut the fuck up, Bob. I'm about to get the Twitch shut down, getting all pissed off. Audio stream. Oh, is it just a caching issue here? Yeah. All right. Can we? Oh, no, because I gotta save it. All right. Can we hear our boy? We certainly can if neither of you will give me an audio check. Now I'm not getting levels at all. No, I was before, and now I'm not. Way to go, Josh. You broke it more. Yeah, 8 viewers. You guys are troopers. I love you guys. What mic are you using? It's a HyperX Quadcast. No, it's I mean, this is not an issue 99% of the time. This has never come up when we're streaming a game. It's just that I'm trying to run this thing. That's a problem. So yeah. What about this? Let me try this. I'm gonna turn off OBS and see if that's the issue. If I'm running a virtual camera through there and that's the problem. All right. Can you give me at least a sound check? We can see if we can hear you while I fix this. Sure ain't. She's crazy because we were before. But now we're not. Nope.
Yeah, because he turned off his virtual camera
Hmm.
on the OBS.
Yeah, that's
That
on
would check.
purpose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so your output in Discord is going to your desktop system audio. Right, Hurt? Like,
That's what I'm pulling up. Voice and video. Yep, they're going to the same place.
so, what? Okay. And then,
What if I change where they're going?
then in OBS, you got your desktop audio source.
Yes. I actually have
Okay.
4 different audio sources going right now in the hopes that something will register. You
Okay,
hear
so I
us
have a
now.
question on your OBS.
They hear us now.
So your Streamlabs, you do?
Whatever the hell it was, they fixed it. All right, let me turn on.
It works.
I'll turn on just my regular webcam. And we should be good to go. Hooray.
Just
Great
have
to know.
Samurai on the stream.
Hey, you know what?
Hey man, you got to play up the stars.
Fair enough.
I mean, they would have you on the stream, but like, no one knows who you are, man, because you don't play.
Damn, Samurai. Okay.
It's true.
I've been trying to, but we don't have enough judges. So leave me alone.
You have
I
like
know.
13 judges.
I
Get the
picked
fuck
up
outta
2 for
here.
us.
No,
2 more.
yeah, all of them are able to shadow right now. We have like 4 that can actually do it without being out shadowing.
Well, we'll get off that topic. All I want to say is you're a great player, and I criticize you like this because I think it's a shame that you don't play enough with us.
Yeah, that's fair.
All
It's
right.
like has nothing to do. There's no salt there. Just I want you to play.
Okay, everybody can hear us still, right? I don't know why my camera's being zoomed in so much. But
All I want is a hula hoop.
can we have, dude, you guys missed it. It was wild. I don't know what was going on with his audio, but it was not being friendly to him. There we are.
It's always. It had a manual.
Boom!
I didn't read it.
Ha! Welcome. Someone dropped off. Hey, find out who that is and let's boo him. You have little faith. All right, I will flip this for you guys because I know you guys all hate that shit. And then we're gonna talk about some CEDH. So I guess now that we're getting started, and this is where I'm obviously gonna cut this video when I get the VOD posted. How are you and J-Dog doing, Samurai? And what decks are you guys jamming lately?
J-Dog can go first.
I'm doing good, and right now I am playing Blue Farm.
Oh, how
Original, right?
yeah,
Yeah, very original.
that was disappointing.
Well, what are you expecting here?
How about you, Samurai? You're on something pretty new. You're known for your Malcolm ka0s, but what are you jamming lately?
Back to my roots. I got a little bit of a Polyractos Tevish stock going. We're gonna flip some Brood Hordes, go into some Underworld Breaches, and maybe, play a Professor Onyx with a Chain of Smog.
All the normal stuff. We're on some Aetherflex reservoir lines. We're on Grinding Station. We have Praetor's Grafts. So basically, we just kill people.
Okay. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? There we go. Now you guys can see right side up. All right, so we've got a new set that's out. It's Murders at Karlov Manor, and I've not paid attention to any of the spoilers. I've seen the white card that does gross things with 2-drops, and I don't know anything else about the set. So I'm pretty excited for this to kind of dive into this and learn what this set is about. But what has you guys excited about this set?
Not much. There's a blue creature that reduces clues by 1, activated abilities of artifacts by 1 or something like that. That's pretty cool. Also makes a clue when you play an artifact, I think. So basically, it's pretty cool. Makes Urza see a resurgence. That's pretty much it so far for me. It's Delny and that dude.
So it's similar to Zerta then? The Dawnwaker? Yes.
But mono blue.
But in mono blue. Okay. I mean, Dawnwaker Thrasios, I guess, got a new tool as well. What's the CMC on that?
3.
3? Not bad, not bad. How about you, J-Dog? Any cards or new mechanics got you excited?
I really haven't looked in the set very much. I've heard about Delnay, and I think that's going to be a very good card in the set.
Excellent. So you're going in kind of the same place that I am. So what do you say we crack a pack or two and, you know, I was planning on the whole box, but we did spend 36 minutes getting started up. So we'll see. All right.
I'll be with you for about an hour. Then I gotta go head over to my boy, Josh, I believe.
Okay.
It might be. Yeah, I think it's Josh. We're doing a game or something.
Oh, outstanding. He finally found somebody.
Right?
Good, good, good. I thought it was gonna. Is it gonna be on the Gilas?
You know it. It's oh, that name of that creature is Forensic Gadgeteer. That card is hot.
It's a creature.
Yeah, it's a 2/3 creature. Activate abilities or artifacts you control cost 1 less to activate. And whenever you cast an artifact spell, investigate.
Oh, we got something off the list to start us off. We got Putrid Warrior. When it deals damage, each player loses 1 life or each player gains 1 life. Okay, that's some little Orzhov hot tech right there. Very cool. All right, got some foil. You guys see this? We need to zoom in more.
I think you need to zoom in just a little bit.
Zoom in some more. All right, we're gonna zoom in the old way.
There you go. The old-fashioned way.
Yeah. All right, so we've got Crawl Whipcracker, Insect Assassin with Reach. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target token and opponent controls. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Definitely, probably a really good limited card. With the One Ring being indestructible, the one thing I really want to destroy, this can't hit it. But there's enough recursion and blinking and everything, in loops in Golgari that a creature that's a 1 black, 1 green that can ETB and destroy things actually has some potential. I don't hate the idea. It's also a 3/2, so a pretty good blocker in CEDH. Golgari
It says it destroys tokens, right?
tokens, yeah. Oh, so not artifacts. Okay. I guess I'm not. I'm not as in on that as I was when I misread it. Yeah. No, not so great.
I was like, let me stop your hype train real quick.
Yeah. All right. So we've got Reenact the Crime. We can exile. It's a 1 blue instant. Exile target non-land card in a graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn. Copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost.
Is it an instant?
It is an instant, but 1 blue is... If I'm at the point where I'm exiling the card that's in the graveyard that was put there, something's already gone wrong with the counterspell plan. And I don't know how much I really want to be paying 4 mana for this effect. What do you guys think?
It's a breach line.
Okay, so
it is a breach line.
So you're thinking offensively. See, I was thinking defensively, but I do like it offensively as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mills, like you demonic consult, your what is it? Your Thassa's gone. Someone has a 1 ring out, so you can't mill them out. So you go, well, I don't have Wheel of Fortune, but I know someone else at this table has a Thassa's.
Yeah. Or even if your breach gets countered, sure, spend that interaction. And then I've got a second breach in the pocket, ready to rock.
Oh, you Boseiju. That's cute.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if you Boseiju, you can have it. Like, you're already playing green, man. You got to get your wins where you can get them. I'm not a mean guy. I do like this one, though. I think it's a little overcosted, but could be some fun.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's average for that kind of effect. Memory Plunder, Besiege, Talent of the Telepath. I think they like 4 mana for casting something out of someone's grave.
Yeah.
That isn't you.
3 pips is tough, though. That's the part
rough
that
part.
Yeah. I'm not sure how
I would have liked hybrid.
Yeah.
Ooh, if that was 3 hybrid mana.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, we've got these I have heard of as well. There's Surveil lands. For those out there that don't know, I imagine you guys that are following our CDH stream probably do. But Surveil is not a new mechanic, but it's a renamed mechanic. So it used to not have a keyword, and they keyworded it to look at the top card of your library, and you may put it into the graveyard. And if not, obviously it stays on the top because you're just looking at it. But these are a set of lands. They're fetchable, which is pretty cool. They do enter the battlefield tapped. But I don't necessarily see as much of a downside in that as I do in things like the triomes and the snowlands and everything, because it has another effect. And unless things are going very poorly, you probably are cracking your fetches generally on your opponent's end step already. Or you can pivot and grab something else. I think that having something like this in your deck as an option, I wouldn't say run a full cycle of them, but having one or two in there in the 99, depending on the deck, I'm not sure if this Simic one is going to be a great option. But I like the option of having it. What do you guys think?
The Simic one actually might be better than some of the other pairings, just because Simic, if you're running Simic, I always think Sultai. I think you're running black with blue and green normally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So being able to hit a card from the top of your library into the grave seems pretty hot. I think these are just going to be very color dependent on how good they are.
That is true.
Decks that struggle because they can't maybe run like a Brain Freeze, or they have to run Grinding Station, but they're really heavy on a breach line like Dahada. Really likes these.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the idea of Dimir and Rakdos running them for sure. The Grixis ones. I think that's I don't know necessarily about the Izzet one. In terms of, like, if you're in Grixis, obviously, if you run whichever one you want. But Izzet on its own, I'm not so sure. Just because the turbo plan isn't always there to really want to dump stuff and use it immediately. Am I opening all those packs? No, because we don't have that kind of time. But we'll open some. And if folks like this, let us know. Reach out to us, and we can set them aside and do them some other time as well. But hey, thanks for hopping into the chat the first time. We appreciate you being here. All right.
Hedgemaze. I think they are a niche, and they will find their niche.
I do. I don't think that they're unplayable, just because they come in tapped, and I really enjoy the effect. I think that there's a couple decks I run that I might consider him in. We've got Exit Specialist, and this is our first one that's got a new mechanic on it. So it can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. It can disguise for 1 and a blue. So you can cast it face down for 3 as a 2/2 creature with ward 2, and then turn it face up anytime for its disguise cost. So this is kind of like Morph, but gives the morphed creature a little bit of extra protection with the ward cost. Casting it face down for 3 is tough. I know there are going to be commanders out there that reduce this cost. Oh, y'all can't see that, huh? Let me focus that. That reduce this cost, but I just don't know where I fall on it. What do you guys think?
So I think disguise will be very niche. I don't think this is the top of the disguise list. It's not even probably in the middle of it. It's probably on the bottom of it. Obviously, Animar can reduce it. Obviously, Yuriko loves the idea of not being able to block things, but I don't think this makes the either list.
Yeah, Yuriko is where I thought this could be a good Yuriko piece, depending on if we can reduce the disguise cost or something. Because when it's turned face up, you can return another creature to its owner's hand. So that can be Yuriko getting rid of some blocking situation, or clearing the way for one of the other ninjas. It exists. Again, I don't know for what it is, if it's the best one out there, but I could see it seeing some fringe play maybe, depending on the list. All right, we've got another new mechanic here. It's called collect evidence. So to collect evidence, you exile cards with total mana value X or greater from your graveyard. So in this one, collect evidence is 3. So whenever it attacks, you may collect evidence 3. When you do, put a +1 counter on target creature you control. I think there's going to be better options for collect evidence out there, but I don't see that being a very popular mechanic, except outside of maybe food chain lists that want to get Squee and the other thing into exile already. But otherwise, I don't see it being a huge popular mechanic, at least not from this particular card.
Yeah, it's a very like the mechanic seems interesting. We always thought Delve would be like overrated, and it's like, no, additional costs that cause you to exile things from your graveyard can be good.
Yes, absolutely.
That's just not one of them.
Delve as a cost reducer is excellent. I don't know how much I like it as to put a +1 counter on things, but it's an option. Chalk Outline. So this card is the first one that really shows my biggest complaint with this set that I've seen, because I looked at the art already, a lot of it. This is a Capenna set. Everything about this set screams new Capenna, and they put it on Ravnica, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not a super Vorthos, but I think that's kind of lame, because it's very...
Okay. I got this. Why I think these detective hats and these like fedoras all came in. So like the Omen Pass, like the new thing where like people can walk from different planes like normal people.
Yep.
And well, like just any country where like it's like, oh, like we just got an influx from this place, and they all wear this, and it's pretty foreign, and I think it looks stylish and smart, and they all seem so cool. This is what's happening on Ravnica. We're having weeaboos.
Oh my god.
Detective detective fans. They're like, new Capenna just seems so cool. Like Capenna just seems so cool. I want to dress like they do.
God. Oh my god, it's Reddit the Gathering. Oh no. So I love the theory. So this is an enchantment. Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token, then investigate, which is create a clue token.
Busted card.
Yeah, it's definitely got the potential. In green, you've definitely got my mind first goes to like looping a persist creature and just making an infinite amount. There's certainly plenty of other stuff. I do think this has a lot of potential to be broke as hell. Where do you want to break it first?
MTG Goldfish did a great article. There's already a card called Daredevil.
Okay.
Yeah, Overeager Daredevil, where like if an artifact enters the battlefield, it goes to your hand if it's in your graveyard. So that and a discard outlet will just continuously go infinite.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Okay. I like it.
It is ridiculously easy to break this card.
Yeah, yeah.
There are cards that state like you can sack clues to do things. There's cards that say sack token. Like,
well, it is creature cards leaving your graveyard, so it's not. It's not like some of the ones where you just crack a token or crack a treasure and things happen. You do have to do a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go with the logic that like you had like I don't know like a Gravecrawler.
Yep, that'll.
Or a Shambling Skeleton.
Yeah, absolutely. those are ones that will do it for sure. Yeah, I think 3 and a green is a really good cost for this as well, for this effect. Yeah, good card design. I really enjoy this.
I agree with it being uncommon. I feel like putting it at 4. They could have put it at 3 mana, and it would have been easy to make it a rare. By doing it at 4 mana, they do like mark down how fast it's going to come out, how long it'll take the combo. This is a turn 3 combo in Casual Commander, in all honesty.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. But you know, making I think if we got a list or a set that had, if it was CDH Horizons, I don't think any of us would actually be all that interested in it. I like that we get cards like this where they're good at. This is a great limited card. This seems super fun and limited.
I agree.
And I like that balance exists. I think, you know, for as much as I complain about Wizards, they do a really good job in those balancing moments.
Okay, so this Astronaut's alter a discard outline and a over your daring Daredevil or whatever, over your Daredevil, and you draw your deck. I think 4 mana is perfect for this. I would have actually made it 5 mana, to be honest.
What color is Overeager Daredevil?
Black. So this can go infinite in a Golgari artifact deck.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
Oh, what's it? The
Stick fingers.
The black green elf zombie.
Oh, not that one. Glissa, yeah.
Yeah, this would be perfect to your Glissa deck.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've never played green and CDH, and this might be the way I get there. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, we're in the commons, so we'll see what we get, but I'm not sure how great things are going to be. This is another Collect Evidence card. Collect Evidence 6, so in CDH, that's about 50% of your deck that you have to exile. It's a flying 2/2 fairy detective, and when it enters the battlefield, you can tap a creature, and if you collected evidence, you can put a stun counter on it. Good limited card. I don't think there's much worth saying. Loxodon Eavesdropper. We've got an elephant detective, of course.
Yes. Let's go.
When it ETBs, create a clue token. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, it gets +1/+1 and gains vigilance until end of turn. These I think are a trap. I think Wizards puts these in there. They're trap cards.
It's limited fodder.
Only happening on the second draw or the second instance of something is just not good enough for me to even consider it, unfortunately, because an elephant detective would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Innocent Bystander. Whenever it's dealt 3 or more damage, investigate. 2/1 Goblin Citizen. I don't see it. I think casual EDH will enjoy this. But having to deal 3 or more damage, unless I'm doing some weird indestructible pariah stuff, I don't see the ability to make enough of a hit there.
Yeah,
Why
that's
not?
not good enough.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to put Pariah on it and then it dies.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. You'd have to make it indestructible as well. Repeat Offender. If it's suspected,
My nickname.
put a +1 counter on it. Otherwise, suspect it. So suspect is another new mechanic. Various things can make something suspected. It's not a counter, according to this. So it's not put a suspected counter on it. But a suspected creature has menace and can't block. Yeah, limited card. Kind of cool. If that ability was less than 2 and a black, it might be a Eureka card, but giving it menace.
I think 2 mana would have been fine on it. I think by making it 3, it's 6 mana to make it get a 1/1 counter on it.
Yeah, to deal a
Fine,
total
man,
of
but
3.
yeah.
Deal a total of 3 damage.
No.
Not. Oh, it doesn't even get
It-
the +1 counter on it immediately. You just suspect it first, so
yeah.
you have to do it a second time. Yeah, that's
Oh, that makes more sense then. Okay.
not
Yeah.
great. All right, we've got a Goblin Artificer like old Mizzix.
Nice.
Gadget Technician. When it ETBs or is turned face up, create a 1/1 Thopter. And you can disguise it for hybrid. Double hybrid is it? Uh,
Oh,
it has.
oh.
I don't know if like maybe a Joyra or something likes this with the Thopter token, but I think there are just easier ways to get a Thopter token.
Yeah, I don't
This
think
is not
Jordan would
meant
even
for-
play this.
Yeah.
This is definitely a limited all-star.
Mhm.
Guys, they don't know what you got. Next turn, you get like 2 creatures.
Yeah, and we've got Defenestrated Phantom, which is also one just worth passing over. But I would like to say on this card that Defenestrated means thrown out a window, right? But it's got flying, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just a Phantom, and I don't know how he broke that glass either. I've got questions about the mechanics behind that event altogether.
It was the hat.
It was the hat.
Pass.
Next pack.
All right. Oh, an art card. How completely fucking useless. Thanks, Wizards.
But it's a goblin. Come
Nope.
on.
That's Krenka or something.
Sanitation Automaton. When it ETBs, Surveil 1. Cool. Limited card. Not much there.
Yeah. I don't
And-
think it's a worry.
Anzrag's Rampage. It's a sorcery, 3 red. Destroy all artifacts you don't control. Then exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of artifacts that were put into the graveyards from the battlefield this turn. You may put a creature card exiled this way onto the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step.
Interesting.
Interesting. I don't think you
Oh,
play
that's
it for the.
Commander All-Star.
I don't think you play it for the destroy all artifacts. Because no one's overloading Vandal Blasts, right? And I don't think that
Ooh,
really
if
matters.
I may.
Yeah.
If you're running a stun deck, like a Boros like deck, this makes much more sense with Dauntless and Blind Obedience, where you can make people get their treasures,
Oh.
and then you can blow them up.
You can dig
go a little
super
ham on
deep.
this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's also where I was thinking is if you've got no other way to tutor a creature, maybe you're not in green, but you're running a creature win con or something, but you've got a way to loop a dockside or something. It does say artifacts that were put into graveyards from the battlefield. So it doesn't care if it was by this ability. If you can do a treasure loop or something, dump that into this, you might be able to essentially I mean, it's kind of a pseudo polymorph effect in a situation like that where you can just dig for whatever creature it is that you want. I don't know how good it is, but I like the theory of it anyhow. How about you guys?
I like the card. It's like you said, a pseudo polymorph card, but you'd have to use a lot of artifacts to get there.
Okay. So Jeskai, this would be good. So hear me out. Rograk Ishai.
Okay.
This could be a win con, or Jessica Ishai.
as well. And maybe like they have something like if they have like a Dranith Magistrate and you can't get your Adjust out, this will just let you exile your library and pull out your Thassa's.
Yeah, Thassa's, Hullbreaker, anything. So I like the theory. I think that there's a lot of setup involved in it, but this is
I don't
one.
think it's making the cut.
I think this is one we put on the back burner and we see what we can break it with in like 2 or 3 more sets. It feels like it's going to be one of those cards, possibly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, a charm. Okay. Archdruid's Charm. 3 green,
Well, that's a
instant.
busted card.
Search your library for a creature or land card and reveal it. Oh, you can choose one of these. Search your library for a creature or land card and reveal it. Put it onto the battlefield tapped if it's a land card. Otherwise, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Or you can put a +1 counter on target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Or you can exile target artifact or enchantment. This seems like it's the entire mono green toolbox.
Yeah,
Like,
I believe ka0s was trying to put it in his Yisan build.
Yeah, I mean, this is okay. It doesn't tutor the creature straight to the battlefield. There's that, but that's really the only drawback
Only
I see
three
about
mana.
this, other than its color identity.
Oh,
you gotta
gee.
remember, this is an instant. It'll put it into your hand. It doesn't have a CMC requirement on the creature. It will put the land onto the battlefield. The fact that this is an instant makes it so much better than
Mhm.
a lot of other effects. And hitting people's One Ring, or their Rhystic Study, or their Smothering Tithe. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I can think of plenty of green cards that I'd be willing to cut for this, and a lot of them are good. Like, I would cut a Green Sun Zenith for this all day. I think that's an easy choice. That's a very good card. It's significantly better than the blue charm. What is that? Archmage's charm?
Yes.
Yeah, which is a 3 blue pip counterspell essentially. Like, get out of here. No, they nailed it on this one.
Gain control of one or less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. All right, we've got a Merfolk that doesn't look very Merfolky, but okay. Furtive Courier. Oof, that's tough. 2 and a blue. Merfolk Advisor. It can't be blocked as long as you've sacrificed an artifact this turn. Not particularly difficult to do. Whenever it attacks, draw a card and discard a card. Okay, so it rummages. I don't hate that. I don't know if I want to pay 2 and a blue for it. Well, I know that I don't actually. If this was 1 and a blue or just a blue, it's an all-star.
Yeah.
But I do like the ability to rummage. It can definitely get you out of some situations. I love that it's unblockable if you've sacrificed an artifact this turn. I don't know the last time I got to turn 3 without sacrificing an artifact. In any game of CDH. So that ability exists for sure. I just don't think this is quite the power level to make it into maybe a mono blue deck, maybe something that's specifically focused on this, but I don't necessarily see it. Unless you're really heavy on top deck tutors and trying to utilize that in some way, maybe like a Francisco type of build. What do you guys think?
Get 3 mana, I could have just drawn the card outright.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
yeah. I
see
mean
it being
that is
played.
Rhystic, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Selesnya. We can just skip it.
Yeah, I just got this card.
So, Samala Sentry, Elf Archer, 1/3 with Reach. Whenever a face-down permanent
Already
you
better than
control
Ghost Archers.
is turned face up, put a +1 counter on it, and on this limited card, maybe if you're doing the morph thing. Otherwise, I was right.
Yeah, just put the card down.
Oh, caught
They gave
red-handed.
They gave it a reach. That's something.
Yeah. Yeah, unlike the other bowmaster. Not quite a master of bows, I guess. I don't know. Caught red-handed. I love this line of text in red. This spell can't be countered. Beautiful. Beautiful. Go away, blue players. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. And suspect it. Which, to go back, meant to give it menace and it can't block. So 4 and a red is pretty tough for this, but I mean, if you're facing decks, a lot of decks nowadays are very much in on their commander being part of their win con or their win con altogether. I like the ability to snatch that and either sacrifice it or use it in your own combo, something like that. I don't hate the card. I think that it's overcosted by probably 1 or 2 generic mana, though.
Yeah, it's just
Hey,
an
this is-
active
this is
treason,
great
but
cost.
costs 2 more.
No, this is perfect cost because you know what? You can use this on a Tivit.
True.
Yes. Yep.
No ward cost paid.
No ward cost.
Oh,
paid.
yeah. Okay. Ward, by the way, WotC is going way too hard on Ward. They need to chill out.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Maybe that's why we're getting so many can't be countered.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I could live with that. We talked about this one already, Sanitation Automaton. It's cool. It surveils.
It-
Maybe if you're blinking
It's
stuff.
for a draft.
Yep. Goblin Mask Maker, which has some pretty cool art. I like this. Whenever it attacks, face down spells you cast this turn cost 1 less to cast. So it's a 1 red goblin. It's a 1/2. Limited, I think. If you're going in on the theme, it's probably going to be more along the lines of casual EDH, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't think it's got CEH potential.
Probably not.
Okay, we've got Hot Shot Investigators, 5 and a blue. This shit better be good, or we're just going to pass it. When it ETBs, return up to 1 other target creature to its owner's hand. If you controlled it, create a clue token. It's a 4/4. I like the idea of bouncing stuff when it ETBs. You could use it with kitten and stuff, but 5 and a blue just ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, not really.
Truly, we are in the draft chaff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slime Against Humanity. Create a 0/0 green ooze creature token with trample. Put X +1 counters on it, where X is 2 plus the original number of cards you own in exile and in your graveyard that are oozes or are named Slime Against Humanity. Oh no, I just spit on the card. Oops. A deck can have any number of cards named Slime Against Humanity.
Oh, pick these up, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick them up.
Pick them up. Pick up foils of these. Every time that we have a card that you can run any number of, people do not pick up enough of these. And lo and behold, a couple months later, these go up to $5 each.
Yep, absolutely. I don't think it has CDH potential. It looks fun as hell. This might make a casual deck at some point.
I think this just made it into my Ava Ooze deck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ooze sword.
Yeah. I think that's very fun. That's a cool one. Dog Walker, like what I do to Chaos all the time. I dog walk him in the games.
Damn.
Yeah, he's not here to defend himself.
Fair enough.
He's in the chat.
Cost.
Oh.
Oh,
No, he's not.
That's
Come
fine.
on. Everybody got real quiet there.
Disguise. Well, I was trying to think of a good quip. I couldn't come up with anything. Disguise for Hybrid Boros. When it's turned face up, create 2 tapped +1 white dog creature tokens. You know what? I've been working on this idea of using Rin and Seri as a CDH deck. I don't think this quite cuts it, but making dog tokens is not a dead idea. That's all I'll say.
No, it's not. But I don't see it being CH viable.
No. Okay, here we go. Make your move, 2 and a white. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. If you're in mono white, it's possible that you would want this effect. I think that 2 and a... What's 2 and a white? That's Return to Dust, right?
Return to Dust. I have no idea what Return to Dust is.
I think it's 2 and a white. It sees some super fringe play, but I don't see this becoming a staple. I like it. I think I'll tuck it into the box just to have it as an option, and keep it on the back of my mind. But I don't think that it's certainly not something that I'm like, oh my god, I pulled a make your move.
Yeah, Return
Really
to Dust
cool
is
art
more
though. If you guys can make that out,
Return to Dust isn't even red anymore. This is a bad card.
Yeah.
beautiful art. I love it.
Yeah.
English Making does the same thing. But
Rotfire,
better.
Mortipede. Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, it gets +1, gains menace and lifelink until end of turn. They didn't have me interested until they said lifelink, and that's going to be strictly some
This is
casual
also an
stuff.
insect.
But Oh, okay, Grist. What's up?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Grist getting more insects. This is really helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't think it ever sees play, but I like the idea of it. I think that's a pretty cool one.
Mhm.
How much to play? Flip it or rip it? Absolutely not.
$20 a pack.
Wait, what'd you say, Samurai?
$20 a pack. Mr. The World. Can't hide behind that fucking username,
Yeah, I was about to say.
Jacob.
All right. Oh, what the? I don't know what this is, but he's pretty dope looking. Look at that
I
guy.
know.
Oh, it's the fucking legendary that like has is it legendary that does like the flips when you attack.
That's sick.
That's
That's so I kind of want that as a tattoo, man. That is
really
awesome.
cool art. Yeah. Oh, here's the full arts for this. You'll notice that they're Streets of New Capenna. That's Capenna right there. I don't know. Again, Ravnica doesn't make any goddamn sense, but here we are.
True.
Sanguine Savior. When it's turned face up, another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Really cool vampire casual card. Not for me.
Yeah, definitely not.
All right, we've got our first commander or potential. Tolsimir, Midnight's Light. It's 2 a green and 2 white, so 6 total mana. That's not how math works. It's 5 total mana. It is a 3/2 Elf Scout with lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, create Voja Fenstalker. Voha? Probably Voha. Fenstalker, a legendary 5/5 green and white wolf creature token with trample. Okay, that's big. Whenever a wolf you control attacks, if Tolsimir attacked this combat, target creature an opponent controls blocks that wolf this combat if able.
Okay. There's potential here, actually.
Do you think there's potential here, Samurai?
Yes. Making a token is always very powerful on a legendary, especially if it's in green.
Yeah, Eldritch and things like that. You can definitely use that token for fodder if you need to.
Also, for food chain, it automatically will pay back the food chain cost
True.
on
Why?
it. Because it pays off the initial attacks.
Food chain, to my understanding, doesn't that it'll make 1 mana, right? By eating the wolf?
So the token will make 1, and the creature will make +1.
Yeah. So it's just paying for the commander tax that.
Oh, I see. I got you.
But it's what makes it interesting. It being a legendary token is a little freaking annoying. By the way, this is like the 3rd Tolsimir, just so you guys know.
Yes. There's one that makes like 2/2 wolves as well, isn't there?
Yeah. But it's got potential. I don't think it does enough for it to be CDH viable. I think it'll hit high power and that's it.
Yeah. The food chain aspect certainly is interesting. But unless you're playing with ETB LTBs, like you're not really getting a payoff there, you know.
Yeah.
I check DMs.
And also considering the fact that the only creature that you could run for food chain and green white would be Eternal Scourge.
Well, it would be using itself, I think he's saying, for the food chain, but you're not netting anything, so it would have to be strictly off of if another creature ETBs or something, effects like that.
Eldrazi Displacer with this.
Could be.
I like it.
Yeah, it's interesting, but I think it tops out at high power. If it was 1 mana less, it would definitely do better.
If it was
True.
Naya, it would be.
Yes, if
Like,
it was not, yes, that'd be great.
It wouldn't be on Ravnica.
So Selesnya is one of the hardest things against this card, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We don't want to say we're racist, but you're the wrong color.
This seems unkind. Torch the Witness. X
Gosh,
and a red. Deals twice X damage to target creature. If excess damage was dealt to that creature this way, investigate. What's the
This is lame.
What's the Kaldheim god that cares about excess damage?
Twirl.
Yeah. I think we've already seen though that is a trap of a commander. It sounds cool, but it's not that good. I think it could be a fun casual card. Wish it was
If
an
this
instant.
was an instant, it would be interesting. Yeah.
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 Too much working against it here.
Yep. Presumed dead.
Presumed dead.
It's a 1 black instant. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control and suspect it. Oh, good. More scam cards. That's exactly what everybody needed, was more scam. So modern players
Yeah,
are pissed,
you know,
huh?
I remember hearing all my friends who play Modern saying that they don't play against enough scam.
Yeah.
Damn. Good to know.
Good thing we banned Fury. I'm sure that was actually the problem. Way to go, Wizards.
That was definitely the problem, right?
Yeah.
Like that was the one that ruined people's experience, was the board wiper, not not the hand attack, not the exile.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, that's painful. I like it. I'll consider it for some stuff, not necessarily CDH, but I like stuff like that. Coerce to kill.
Look at that
Wow, look
art.
at this art. Look at this. How cool is that?
That is sick art.
Yeah.
That is the art that just makes me wish this was on a better card.
Yeah. 3 and a Dimir.
Dang.
For an enchantment, you can enchant a creature and so you control it. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness 1/1, has death touch, and is an assassin in addition to its other types. Well, that's disappointing. So you can steal someone's creature and then nerf it.
Hey Ramses, we got a new card for you.
Yeah, great. Ramses. Sure.
CEDH All-Star Ramses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a better chance of top 16ing than Ramses. Get out of here.
Well.
Okay. You know what, J-Dog? Let's brew this tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
The next one was Sanitation Automaton that we saw already. I think we have our first counterspell here. Reasonable Doubt, 1 and a blue. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. And suspect up to 1 target creature. So give it menace and it can't block.
Good and standard, not good anywhere else.
I don't know. Are people still running Mana Drain enough that this is better than Mana Drain? Or is that kind of an irrelevant conversation?
How much is it?
I don't know, man.
If they don't pay?
They have to
Unless
pay
they
2.
Okay.
Mana Drain's 3, like it's one of those things. It's like it falls into the box of this counterspell, pay X, do something. And normally they're just not worth it.
It does hit any spell type though. That's what I like about it. That's what really makes me interested.
It doesn't
could
track
be
into the
insane.
CEDH.
And more casual commander, but I don't see it making a splash in CDH.
I think this makes a smash and brawl where you play it in Baral, and then Baral does Baral things.
Of
Yeah,
course,
sure.
yeah.
I mean, if anybody's still playing Baral, first of all, you need therapy. Who hurt you? And second of all, this is actually one worth considering in Baral, I think. I don't hate the idea. I just hate Baral.
Yeah, just 1 blue to counter a target spell unless they pay 2.
Yeah, I mean, there's enough times where turn 1, turn 2, I just don't have that extra mana yet, and I'm trying to, drop down a Necropotence early or something like that. Like I said, I don't. You know what? This is gonna be a Pioneer All-Star. I think I'm gonna pick up a couple copies of these because Pioneer doesn't really have this effect yet.
I think you'll get enough copies in your box since it's a common.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Vengeful Creeper. That's your other nickname, isn't it?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, Samurai. I meant Samurai.
Okay.
I don't know. He made a joke like that earlier. It's been a while. Hurt, can you
Yeah.
tell Samurai to check DMs? No, absolutely not. When it's turned face up, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. It's green. It does green things. It costs too much.
Yeah, it costs way too much. for anything.
Monkey! We got a monkey.
Let's go.
2 in a red. Gearbane Orangutan. 2 in a red. It's an ape. 2/2. has reach. That's pretty cool. When it ETBs, choose one. Destroy up to one target artifact. Sack an artifact. If you do, put 2+1 counters on Gearbang Orangutan.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. Mono red, maybe if you need to.
Guys, it's bad.
It is bad. I try to justify everything.
It's okay. It's a monkey. We don't need to justify.
We're trying to justify playing this card.
I like.
It's an ape. That's all the justification we need. It's just
Okay,
it's
that is
awesome.
fair.
I
Yes.
do like that it can get
Monkey
rid
smash.
of things like graph diggers and stuff that might be standing in your way, but otherwise there's easier ways to destroy artifacts or bounce them or something.
Yeah.
We already saw these guys. Slice from the Shadows. This spell can't be countered.
Yes.
Target creature gets -X until end of turn. And that's X in a black. This I do like.
Yeah, that's
That
very...
is hot.
The amount of times that I've had to Toxic Deluge and just to kill one thing and end up wiping my own board. Oh, it's so frustrating. This I love. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this. This is a banger.
That's a hot card. That's a I'll pay 4 mana to kill your Dreadeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try and stop me.
Absolutely. Sanguine Savior we saw already. Museum Night Watch, Night at the Museum. Shout out Nicolas Cage. You suck. When Museum Night Watch dies,
Well,
create a 2/2.
That wasn't Nick.
Nick, what? Night at the
It
Museum
wasn't
isn't
Nick Cage in Night at the Museum.
really?
No, it's the guy from the Tropic Thunder and the model movie.
Is that Ben Stiller?
Ben Stiller.
Yeah. Well, shout out Ben
And it
Stiller.
was one of Robin Williams' last movies.
Shout out Ben Stiller and Robin Williams. Nick Cage sucks.
and this is how you get attacked on Twitter.
When Museum Night Watch dies, create a 2/2 white and blue detective, and you can disguise it for 1 and a white. Cool. Kind of lame. I think we're coming up on an hour and a half, which is an hour of streaming time. We're gonna do one more pack, I think, and this. I imagined we would be cracking this whole box, but I think that we're actually having some pretty cool discourse, and we'll table this, and we'll go in.
I do this every week, man.
Yeah, I'm down to do it every week as long as Chaos is paying for
This
the
is
packs.
our Thursday night thing.
I'm really
definitely.
okay with that actually.
Also, don't forget
That's
to
cool.
sign up for Chaos Treasure Series this
Yes.
weekend on Saturday.
Yes.
Yes, please sign up.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. We've got a new card. Polygraph Orb. 4 and a black. It's an artifact. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest in your graveyard. You lose 2 life. And then you can
That's interesting.
pay 2 and tap it to collect evidence 3. So you're exiling total CMC 3 or greater. Each opponent loses 3 life unless they discard a card or sacrifice a creature. That's more niche, but I don't hate the braids aspect of it.
I like this actually. This seems like an actual control card.
It
I
does.
could see this.
It's a little overcosted at 4 and a black, though.
Maybe, but I think it could definitely get there, especially because it has an ETB.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're looking at 4 cards off the top. 2 go in your hand and 2 go into the graveyard. So, you know what this unlocks? This unlocks Francisco Doomsday.
That it does.
I don't know how useful Francisco Doomsday is to anybody, considering Francisco sucks and Doomsday sucks. But, yep, that said it. The bird is no good. I played the bird for a while. The bird is really, really bad. Sorry, guys. Hate to
Bird
break
is
the news.
bad.
Yeah,
Bird is bad, guys.
really bad.
You need Crom to go with the bird, and that's a bad pairing.
Malcolm, however, Malcolm and the bird was the most fun deck I've ever played. It was a good time. It was not good though, unfortunately. Um, yeah, I think that there might be something here. Um, if you can top deck tutor something, uh, you're the one choosing this, so this could be a decent look for something like transmute artifact, something where you're going and cheating it into the battlefield a little bit more. Could be an interesting, not transmute. Transmute you have to pay the whole thing.
Could be
Resculpt.
an intermediary Oswald.
It is black, and I don't know if I'm putting Oswald in the 99 of anything.
Mardu.
You can do that if you'd like. Oswald sucks in the command zone. He sucks even more in the 99. Bad birthing pod. Don't like him. Cool card though. Definitely one to. That's a back burner card for sure.
Oh my god.
What, you like this card? Treacherous Greed.
I love the art.
1, a white and a black for an instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature that dealt damage this turn. Draw 3 cards. Each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Yep, cool art. It's your typical Orzhov card, and unfortunately, Orzhov is not positioned well to be winning games. I mean, it's not like it gets value, but not in the way that like blue gets value. It gets value through kind of just these small little increments that aren't
like Timna.
They aren't repeatable enough. I mean, this sucks in Timna. Having to sacrifice Timna is not pleasant. And Timna pairs with Crom, and often they're the only 2 creatures on the battlefield. Like, I just don't see this being something that I want, something that's a worthwhile trade. Now, interestingly, it does say a creature that dealt damage, so not necessarily combat damage. If you're doing something with like a pinger, maybe more of a Mardu thing, where you're using some sort of direct damage, I could see that potentially being useful. But I just think there's way more value pieces out there that are just better.
Goblin Sharpshooter, sack it. Boom, draw 3 cards. Each opponent loses 3 life, and you gain 3.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Look at that thing. Undercity Sewers. This is another one of the surveil lands. Yeah, this is it's a very, very cool card. Yeah. You said Yuriko?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Definitely
1,000%.
Yuriko.
What's this card? A land cutaway.
Yeah. Yeah, great place to especially you got your opponents down up on the ropes or something, and you need to, really make sure you get that top deck tutor or something. Go ahead and use your fetch land for this and see what you can move around. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, I think that's probably the best deck that's going to be using these is probably Yuriko.
Probably.
We've got the classic Ravnica flip it sideways bullshit. Push and pull. Destroy target tapped creature for push. That's 1 and a hybrid Orzhov, which is kind of cool. And then we've got pull, which is 4 and 2 hybrid Rakdos. Put up to 2 target creature cards from a single graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. They gain haste until end of turn. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next instant. Notably, both of these modes are sorceries. I think that if I'm in Mardu, the odds that I'm not running Adnaz are pretty low, and I don't know if I want a 8-drop in my deck.
Yeah, especially that doesn't do very much for you at that point.
Yeah, I like the idea of pull, but 2 from a single graveyard, I don't think so. It's not there. Cool idea.
If
there would be a better argument for it. But they're both sorcery, so they don't even have that interaction.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. If push was an instant, maybe. But yeah, I don't like it. Oh, we've got a 1-drop
Yeah.
creature. Here we go. We got Mistway Spy, 1 blue
There we go.
for a Merfolk Detective with flying. And you can disguise 1 blue, so you cast it for 3, and then you can turn it face up for 1 blue. When it's turned face up until end of turn, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, investigate.
So you're getting a clue. Okay.
Yeah. Does Tivit like this, do you think?
I don't think Tivit would run it.
I don't. Tivit might, but it says when it's turned face up until in a turn, so they definitely wouldn't want it that turn. They wouldn't want it. This is not a Tivit card. What this is, though, is a good, like... There's a couple of decks, like Yuriko, where they might be running low on actual, like, cards in hand.
Sure.
As weird as it sounds. So flipping this face up can actually be really helpful for them. Like if say like their Yuriko has had an effect cast on it that it is currently not a Yuriko, they're like, well, I still need to draw cards. I really do. Might as well flip this face up.
Yeah. Do you think Dawnwaker likes this? If you put down Bruce, you get 2 clues out of it. Because you get the double strikes. It's whenever it deals combat damage. And maybe maybe as a backup plan for if your Ristics or your other value engines get countered or you can't find them or something. And you get
I think it's very unlikely they'd like this card. Dawnwake normally just will use their Thrasius for advantage. But
Yeah.
I definitely see this as slightly better than most of the game plans. Like if your Yuriko's been Gilded Drake, this is much better for you than like some of the other options. The fact that it's a 1, I really only see this in Yuriko, just because of its creature types. Because it's a 1/1 flying Merfolk Detective, and there's no Merfolk deck or Detective deck, so it's like doesn't really synergize with some of the creature tribals that might want it. It's blue, so the other decks that base their lives around attacking don't want it.
Yeah.
So
This would
it's
be
really just a Yuriko-ish.
It's a shame this isn't something in Boros because Winota needs something like this.
Winota, the Cat Boy needs something like this.
Yeah, Jetmir.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Eliminate the impossible. 1 in a blue. Instant. Investigate. Creatures your opponents control get -2, -0 until end of turn. If any of them are suspected, they're no longer suspected. So if any of them have the suspect is menace and can't block. So this is definitely a combat trick. I don't know how often I want to enable my opponents to be able to block again.
No, this isn't good.
Yeah.
This is basically removing the menace from it. But what I love about that is a classic line of Sherlock Holmes text.
Is it?
Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the answer.
Okay.
So, pure flavor win.
All right. I like it. Vitugazi Inspector is a 1 green elf detective. Has an additional cost to cast the spell. You may collect evidence 6. It has reach, and when it enters the battlefield, if you collected the evidence, put a +1 counter on target creature, and you gain 2 life. This sucks.
My friend was calling this the EPA. He's like, no, they called the EPA on us. They're gonna fine us.
Yeah, I'd rather run this monkey.
Me too.
Topiary Panther, 4 green. Plant cat, so shout out cat. With trample and basic land cycling, 1 green. So you can discard it, search your library for a basic land, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Maybe mono green decks like this. I'm not entirely sure. maybe
This is
Salala.
not even
Thanks
good
for not
but-
on this.
Yeah,
This is not even good in other formats because they released the troll, the Lorien, all that stuff that search out specific lands.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is outdated. Wizards do better.
Yeah. And speaking of which, Wizards, we demand answers.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
one in a
Oh my
red.
god, read that flavor text.
One in a red for an instant as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or discard a card, and you can draw 2 cards. All right, and the flavor text. I suppose, from Aurelia's perspective, she was being generous by giving us one entire day to solve the most complex case in Ravnican history. Oh my goodness, that's my boss too. Piece of shit.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. I'm actually unemployed right now. It's dope. I retired from the military today. Kind of.
You're
Wrong.
not unemployed. You're retired. There's a difference.
Goddamn right. So this is what's the card I'm thinking of?
Thrill of
Thrill of
possibilities.
Yep, it's Thrill of
It's still meant to be
Possibilities.
voiced.
With the ability to not discard a card, which I like. I think it'll see play in some red decks. I think Godo maybe likes the ability
Let me
to...
sacrifice this Grim Monolith.
Yeah, after I tap it. Or a Manifold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or just a treasure token. Get rid of this shit. Whatever.
Let me
got-
sacrifice this Null Rod.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that this is a great card. I think that these are the cards that CDH players really look for when they're evaluating sets that are, kind of your, not necessarily your big sexy things that you'll see in casual Commander, where you got like, oh, this thing's a Yargle and Multani, for example. It's
Yeah.
a 14/14. This is awesome. This is so much fun. But really, this little one in a red instant that has some impulse draw is actually really powerful for our format, and I really like it.
Yeah.
Toxin Analysis. This is just a classic limited card design. Target creature gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn, and Investigate. So a little bit better than previous ones, and only 1 black. Pretty cool card. Not relevant for our format,
It's a little
but
combat trick.
yeah, pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, that's a combat trick.
Fairy Snoop. All right. Dimir Fairies. That's a fairly common archetype. We've got 1 a blue and a black for a Fairy Detective. It has flying, and it can be disguised. When it's turned face up, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand and the other into your graveyard.
Wow. Couldn't get more Dimir Fairy than that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think that the other stuff we've talked about for Yuriko is much better. But if for some reason you're doing a budget contest or something, a budget build, this has a lot of potential in a deck like that. I just don't think that it's necessarily what you want, but it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's a 1/4, so it's got a big butt. And
It's kind of flat in the picture.
it's from behind. That's just Wizards print quality. Auspicious Arrival. 1 and a white for an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn and Investigate. Yep, it's a white combat trick. There you go.
Thanks, Wizards.
Yeah.
You Wizards for giving us the most Ravnica Boros card ever,
Yep.
featuring a non-Boros member.
Yeah. So I think that there are some gems, some hidden gems in this set. I don't think we're gonna continue because we've already been going for about an hour. I think that
Almost 2, but yeah.
yeah. I think that there's definitely a lot of potential here. And I think that we should do this more often. We'll definitely have to be more timely about it because it looks like we've got 2 viewers, and I think those are you two.
Probably.
But the VOD will be available, of course, for folks. And let's mark this on our calendars to do maybe next Thursday, and we can talk about how we as CDH players evaluate cards. I think that's something that a lot of folks could learn from, in terms of what sticks out, what are CDH players looking for versus regular EDH or other formats. Like what makes cards good for us when we're looking at new sets. And we'll have some information on the new cards as well, because we got the tournament coming up this weekend.
Yep.
All right. So to everybody that's watching, everybody that watched with us and came and hung out, much appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I thought that this was going to go significantly quicker, but I do like that we stopped and talked about each card when we got a new one. I think that that's still pretty important, even if the card is trash. Trying to kind of theory craft how it could be good if we had the opportunity to make it good. And I think that that's a really important part about CEDH, is keeping those cards in your mind and talking about, hey, if something like this comes along, this thing's going to be a monster. And that's how, Time Sieve went from being an absolute joke of a card to being a monster win con. I think that's how I evaluate sets anyhow. But we'll talk more about that in our next episode. Anything you guys want to shout out before we sign off?
Shout out to ka0s Tournaments. Thank you guys so much for making us a real thing. We're doing more and more to help the community and grow us. Thank you guys so much for running these tournaments. I really enjoy CDH, and it's nice to have a place to play it.
Hell yeah, absolutely agree.
So shout out, or also join the Treasure Series 10 that's this weekend.
Yep, and if you're watching this afterwards, join the next thing. I'll show at the end. We'll put up a event list, and you can see all the things we have coming up. But for now, this has been ka0s Live. Appreciate you guys. Have good games. May your draws be great.